Yo, what's good? It's your boy Mafioso. Welcome to the Hive Hustle Podcast. I'm your host.
I'm your co-host, Relic.
And together, we're going to dive deep into the vibrant world of street culture, whether that be crump, roller skating, hip hop, graffiti, anything that's invested in us and helped us become the people we are today.
This is a place to hear from the leaders, pillars of these movements, sharing their stories and dropping gems on culture and business.
It is produced by G Suede and Monte of Swarm Branding, Suede Studios, and DQ Media. So do us a favor, sit down, relax, get ready to vibe, learn, and be inspired.
Let's start the show.
Welcome to the show, let us all begin. Introduce a new approach to evolve and win. Taking lead, never stop, can't fall again. Took heed and watched who I called a friend. On a swivel, ain't none of this simple. Rather be at the table, conversing what's beneficial. Put in hard work, unapologetic with your craft. Yeah, the scars hurt, but I won't regret what's in the past.
Yo, what's good? Hey, this season, whatever it is, in episode 2, bro.
I forgot what you said, but you know, it's one of them seasons. We up
It's
here.
one of, we've done so many episodes, I don't even know.
Yeah, we here though. We here.
We just here.
we swarming.
But look, today, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got the homie Gaia Speaks here. Let's go.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
Thank you guys. I'm so grateful to be here. Yeah, I'm excited for this, honestly. Like, even just the intro, like before
Yeah.
rolling was awesome. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm excited.
Let's go. Well, look, we brought her on the show. She's the homie. We see each other all the time at First Friday. And we actually going tonight.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
First
going to
Friday
just get my
tonight.
wife out the house. And
Yeah.
we going to go.
Come on.
Mama and them.
I'm following him.
Mamas.
But look, if y'all don't know and y'all just tuning in, this podcast was created so we, as dancers and crumpers, can invest back into the movement. It helps us be a part of the movement when we can't, because we're grown adults and we have jobs and we have lives, and we can't be at every event every day because Vegas has several events every day.
What did he say?
Look, we gonna get into the show, okay?
Yep.
First things first. We talked a little bit before we got on air, and you said that you're born and raised in Vegas. So where did it start? Did you grow up on the east side? Did you grow up in Hendertucky?
Not Hendertucky.
Shout out to Hendertucky. I feel like I've been everywhere. I've been next to UNLV. I've been
Okay.
in Southern Highlands,
Okay.
Henderson, Centennial. Never
What
the
high
east
school
side.
Did you go to?
Yo, I went to Bishop Gorman.
Oh God!
I knew
Let me
it.
leave that.
I know, yeah, they're gonna cut the interview now.
Is that like on the nice side of town, or is it like?
It is. It's
Yes.
a private school, Catholic
Okay.
school.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, we're not making fun of it. It's a great school.
I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
I
one of
get
the
it.
best in the city. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
But-
grateful to have gone there. They just provided a lot of resources that I still use to this day. So, but I know
Yeah.
it sounds a little uppity, but I'm very grateful for that
No,
experience.
My kids in private school don't
That's
play
what I'm
me.
talking about. That's what I'm
Like,
talking about.
I grew up on the east side. You don't stay on the east side. That's what I believe. I truly believe that you have to elevate. Like, if I
Okay.
stay the same for the rest of my life, am I really changing? Am I really growing? So, no, I agree. If you had a good childhood or you had a good high school because you went to a good high school, that's great. That's a good thing to be happy about.
That's really how it was out in the South.
My
like,
question to
all
you
that.
is, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my question to you is, when did street culture or like the hip hop, and like what you're a part of? Because obviously you're an artist. You probably rap too. You probably do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But the point
All
is,
types
when
of
did that come into play, and like how did it shift your life?
Man, thank you for asking this question and talking about my high school, because my middle school was K.O. Knutson.
See,
And that's
It-
East Side.
All day,
And
all day.
I am still in love with KO. Like, what an important school. Performing arts school.
Mm-hmm.
And I did dance and TV production.
Okay.
So while I was there, I think that's where it started. You know, I think everything was more important to me, like the Le Twins, you know, the Chris Browns, the whatever, Rihanna's growing up. I just got so into it. You know, with dance, I feel like it was mostly like contemporary
Yeah.
and modern,
Yeah.
but I would always try to sneak in a little hip hop in there.
Makes sense.
You know, and that was really fun. TV production, I feel like that is like the seed
Okay.
that grew into me today.
Okay.
So, you know, 6th grade, that's where I learned video editing.
What program did you use first?
Probably iMovie, I want to say,
Okay.
for
I've
middle
never
school.
used that.
No way.
I've never used
That's
it.
like the entry, like
Yeah,
you
entry
just-
level Mac
As
program.
soon as you start, like, just do iMovie, but like move on from it quickly.
Because I always see it on
has-
my phone, so I just scroll past it. I never
maybe
use it.
CapCut for phone.
Yeah, I use that.
But this is like, you know, a little bit ago. But I filmed. We would film all types of like dumb stuff, but also cool stuff. Do pranks and stuff on like the news.
Yeah.
But when we went to Gorman, like that was like some real like equipment that they had. I was taught by Joe Barbara. Who
Ooh.
do you know who Joe Barbara is, bro?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That was my teacher.
I don't know any of these people.
I love Joe. No, let me tell you about Joe. Do you know Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tony, what's that one character? The Italian guy? That's Joe Barbara. Like,
Oh, okay.
that was my teacher. I played GTA 4 growing up.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, me
and
too.
I
Gay
was, like,
Tony?
a fan.
Talking about Gay Tony?
Not gay Tony. Tony, like,
The Italian
that's
dude.
The GTA 4 character.
that's like the downloadable. Like, the GTA 4, like, Tony, nah, hold on. Someone needs to look that up. Tony something. It's the Italian guy.
We'll pull it up on the
Lost
screen.
Mafia, like, guy.
Yeah,
you
I know
what
who
I'm
you're
saying?
talking about.
So, Joe Barbara used to do that. He's on Broadway, I think, now.
Yeah.
Legend. So it was just a different level to
Yeah.
it, you know. But now, same thing. I'm a video editor, and it just like transformed into like a million other mediums.
Okay.
And I just try to embody like all types of art now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to KO. Oh.
Speaking of art, like I was scrolling through your Instagram earlier, and I seen like different
Oh,
varieties.
we do our research.
Come
Different-
on, I love it.
I seen different varieties of like stuff. So like, and I also have a question for you, but I'm
Yes,
gonna save it. But like, what is your? Because you have, like I said, you have like a variety of ways you express yourself. Like,
Yes.
what would be your favorite way? I want to guess, but I want to hear what you got to say.
Clothes, painting on clothes.
Really?
I knew it was going to include some paint.
I knew it was going to be
include some
painting.
paint.
I just didn't know it was going to be painting on clothes.
Yeah.
Painting on clothes is like the swaggiest thing to do
Okay.
ever. Like, it doesn't matter what you wear. Like, you paint on it, and it's like
See, we come from the
who's
crump
that?
era.
Yeah.
We won't paint, but we'll spray paint.
spray paint
Now-
is super dope too.
now
Like,
from
all
the-
of it. I want to get into that.
Well, I started off as a graffiti artist.
Cool.
So when I was
That's
I went to
crazy.
Chap. So I went to
Okay.
Chaparral.
Yeah, shout
I
out
went to
Chaparral.
Woodbury.
Okay.
And so growing up on the east side, Flamingo and Mountain Vista was my area. Like that's
Yeah.
where I grew up. Like that CVS that used to be on Flamingo and Mountain
Okay.
Vista, that was my first job.
Oh,
Very first job.
wow.
So like the skating rink, home. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
grew
I
up
saw-
there. Yeah, literally.
That's
The
hard.
tattoo.
That's super hard.
I drew it too.
That's so
So
hard.
but like graffiti shaped, but like while I learned how to crump in 05,
Yeah.
right after I stopped like doing graffiti, I was Slayer. Why do you think I'm under Slayer? Because I used to do graffiti on clothes all the time.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And that's all
Like
he
the
did.
backpacks, all of that.
That's so crazy.
So K.O. Knutson,
Yes.
Bishop Gorman,
Yes.
you now video edit, you creative for sure. Where did the Vegas Creative Network
Come
come
on.
from, and like where did it like now tune into?
So it kind of happened.
I think that's how all things
Right.
like we literally.
I
it
think
happens.
you know, you have like desires, and then one day they just come out in a way. So I think one of my desires was always to, you know, journalism is like my love. So I've always wanted to like interview people, cool people. And there was an opportunity where I was just like a videographer, video editor at
Yeah.
first. And I would, that's what I would do. So I had a person that like owned a bar, and he wanted to work with me. Like we just kept meeting each other all the time. And I'm thinking he wants like a video promotion
Yeah.
thing. But he's like, no, like do an event here. And I was like, ugh, like events, like that doesn't sound really fun to me. Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I did have a friend who, she did events all the time. And she was like, you got it. You know, something crazy. Just invite people. And I did my first event. And then I had to, he also offered to change or like to like get an Instagram under that event. So you just run the events on there. He's like, always make a new Instagram. You know, when it comes to anything, all of his advice like worked. Very grateful that I was the first person. But I have to say his name, Devin Moore. I just have to. I'm talking too much about it.
Yeah, of
But
course. Shout out.
shout out,
Type
man. But yeah. Okay, so we had the promotional video or the event, and that was amazing.
What year was that?
Last year.
Oh, really? So this is a brand
This is
new.
like a
fresh.
year and a half. Yeah, this
Oh,
is a
wow.
baby. Yeah,
Dope.
it's been I never would have thought like this was like one of the craziest things ever to see so many people show up in like such short time. I feel like I've been in this creative community forever and I haven't.
That's dope.
You know, once it
That's
started,
tight.
like I think everything changed. Honestly, since then, like
There's a moment that usually in people's lives when you do something totally outlandish and it shifts everything.
Yeah.
when you move in your purpose, yeah. Once you move in your purpose, it's like everything just falls. Everything feels right. It's cool. It's fun. You know, you don't have that. At least I had like this aching feeling before, like, oh, I'm not doing what I want to do. Like, it felt so empty, you know, like I dropped out of college and I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, what do I really like? So I'm very grateful that I found something as young as I am, where I also like, the community is like so strong. I think like they really support me in so many ways.
Yeah.
And that's also why I feel like the need to like help people as much as I can, whether it's just me being like, oh, I have someone that you'd like, or here's an opportunity, here's a paid gig.
The connection.
Yeah.
Connections is like, I don't know, like that's like been the best thing I think I
dope.
could ever ask for.
That's dope. If I'm not gonna ask your age because that's very disrespectful, but what year did you graduate high school?
I graduated in 18.
Really?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Really?
Didn't know that.
Sagittarius.
I will say this, you were a lot older mentally than you are physically.
Yeah, I was
That's a
waiting for you
good
to say
thing.
30.
No,
I
thank
didn't
you. I
think you
appreciate
were gonna
that.
say
Y'all was thinking
24.
30?
I was waiting for you to
I
say
was like,
That's
like
hard.
29 or
28, 29,
That's hard.
somewhere in that
least,
area.
At least
Yeah.
over 25. I was
Man.
like, she at least a
I
quarter.
I get made fun of all the time because I was born in 99. And they're like,
right before.
you're like, you
What
weren't
did
even in the 90s. I'm like,
Y'all can't see my
ah.
eyes right now, but
That's
I'm
what-
like, this, like,
That's what people tell me about the 80s because I'm a little older. I'm almost 40. So I know I don't look it. Don't judge me.
I'm right behind you. I just turned 30.
Yeah, he just, you
I
what,
just turned
30,
35.
30
Five.
Oh, I almost said 6. My
Say
bad,
that
my
for
bad,
next
my
year.
bad, my bad.
Say that for next year.
But nah, being creative is something I love. That's literally why I started my brand.
Yes.
In 2017, I just got over a divorce. I was going through a lot in my life, and Swarm was a dance name of mine, like I told you.
Yes.
And Swarm stands for Soldier with a Ready Mind.
Whoa.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Whoa.
It's funny when people hear that.
Can you say that one more time?
Soldier with a Ready Mind.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a soldier,
Yeah.
like logo or something. That is hard.
So ultimately, it was bound to happen. You know, the S, I built it. I was living in my homeboy's house. I was renting a room from him, and I was on my laptop at the time, and I was designing. And a lot of people don't understand that S, you're a little younger, but when I was younger growing up, the first thing I got taught when I was doing graffiti was the 3-line S.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
So
I
yeah,
know
you
exactly
throw
what
out the
you're
three.
talking about.
Exactly. So that is where that S came from, because
So cool.
like right there. If you really look, yeah, you can tell when you look at it. So it's
98.
it's good to hear that people, even in this day and age, that are growing up, you know, late 90s, like, or even 2000s, are still in that creative mindset.
1000%.
And I feel like there's a balance to it too, because a lot of people get so creative that they don't have no structure. And what they don't understand is in business, systems
Yes.
are going to get you far.
Systems.
Like,
Yes, what a
a
word.
lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
So, but on that note, we're going to be right back. We'll go to a commercial break real quick. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, do all the stuff you need to do.
all of that.
All of it.
All of it.
If you don't, me and him going to battle y'all.
And then you're going to do it.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Looking to level up your brand? Swarm Branding has got you covered. Whether it's graphic design that brings your ideas to life, web design that turns clicks into customers, print media to make a lasting impression, or pay-per-click campaigns that delivers results, we specialize in taking your brand to the next level. At Swarm Branding, we combine creativity, strategy, and expertise to create tailor-made solutions for your business. Visit us at swarmeverything.com or call 702-758-5591 to start growing your brand today. Swarm Branding. Let's create together.
Yo, welcome back. Welcome back. No, we're not doing it.
No, I paused because when you said welcome back, I'm over here scratching my nose.
I know, I seen that. That's why I looked at you. Oh, man. Well, look, we appreciate y'all for being here, tuning in to the Hive Hustle podcast. This is our second portion of the show, which we talk about flash questions. We try to get Gaia canceled, which not today.
I've been before.
Not today.
No.
Well, maybe.
No. You been canceled? No.
No, I haven't been canceled. Okay,
Oh.
I did a flash question thing on a radio show once, and like I got everything wrong.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
so
was-
this
And they
is
were
different.
roasting me.
Oh,
oh
crap.
no.
Oh my, they were like, you should not be like here.
Oh no.
That's
No
not what we do.
disrespect. No
That's not what we're
disrespect.
doing.
It was funny. It was funny. It was funny.
But our flash questions is more like, which one would you choose?
oh no, I'm down.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
So
Let's get it.
you said you're an editor.
Yeah.
You said you started on Mac.
Yeah.
But have you done Windows?
Maybe a little. But
Okay.
Mac all the way.
Then that's our answer.
Yeah,
Boom.
there it is
like
right
why,
there.
Or just for
Then
good?
go ahead. Why?
Swag. It's way more swag.
Thank you, Vince.
Airdrop?
Thank you.
Easy. Like they make it cute. I feel like
So
that's it.
I specifically asked you this question
the camera's
because
over
we
here.
have a Windows user in this room right now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And I like him. He's my brother. I love him to death. But the fact that he has an Android and he has a Windows computer,
Uh-oh.
you heard that. So Vince. If y'all didn't hear that, he said he's not a part of the podcast, but he is a part of the podcast now. So go ahead, Relic, with the second question.
So
Now that we know she's a little younger, this question's going to be a lot different.
you see how I'm like hesitant to whatever.
No, ask it.
Whatever. So Lauryn Hill or Queen Latifah?
So what are we talking about though? Just overall as a person?
As women and leaders.
Ooh. Okay.
I
See,
like how
yeah, we're
that's
good,
why I
we're
thought
good.
she was
Go ahead.
older. That's
Go
why I
ahead.
thought she was up there.
See, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so I'm gonna say my answer at the end. Why first?
okay.
Okay, so look, there are moments, right, that people go crazy, and then there are people who like kind of always have embodied.
Okay.
And wow, that's actually a bad way to put it too. They both have embodied.
We gonna
They
rewind.
both are great. They're both great. I personally grew up seeing Queen Latifah
Okay.
as a role model
Okay.
because it was all types of mediums.
Yeah, it was like
She's
rap.
strong.
Yeah.
Like she's like, tomboyish, but she still made it as a
Yeah.
black woman across
Yeah.
different mediums.
Yeah.
And who you calling a bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's just legendary to me. Lauren is like the first black woman to win a Grammy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Lauren had like one of the best rap albums ever.
Yeah.
That's facts. That does not negate anything. But
Yeah.
just in my experience, Queen Latifah for
And,
sure.
and mind you, this is not a right or wrong. This is your
Totally. That's
perception.
why I
Yeah.
gotta.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I understand if someone's like, "What, Lauren?" I'm like, "Yes, but
But this is me we talk
Yeah.
I'm
about.
also a
this
film
is-
person. I'm also a
Yeah.
personality person."
Yeah.
And,
And see-
Latifah is all that.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
When I think of Queen Latifah, like outside of music,
All of
Right.
it.
No,
I think
Queen.
of
Queen
Set It
for real.
Off.
Yeah,
I think it
and
set it
and
off.
that's how I feel about it. Like my personal opinion on both of them is like when it comes to like leader and like
Okay.
actual like creative.
It's
because
like
obviously
this.
we're talking about creatives.
Yeah.
here. It's got to be Queen Latifah.
It's like it's definitely like
Lauryn
this.
Hill is a
Let's go,
great
guys.
artist,
Yeah.
a
I know,
great
like,
musician,
undeniably.
undeniable for sure.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like creative and the arts,
Yeah.
it's got to be Queen
Surpassed.
Latifah, dude.
Yeah.
So, but okay, now Afro beats or R&B.
Yeah, that's a crazy question to ask me.
We don't know why we did it. We just randomly thought.
It's
of
so different.
Make you think a little bit.
Cause I'm thinking about I want some more left brown sugar. And then but I'm also like just the dances.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Afrobeats. So woo!
She's gonna say or.
The question mark for real. Okay, can you guys give me like some more? That's it. Like you can't give me anything. Like
We can
at a
give you
party,
anything.
at a like, or just in general, like what I'm listening to on my own.
Yeah, what
at
you
the
gonna
crib.
listen to? What you gonna listen? If you had a choice right now and you was in your car, you had a choice
Probably
of R.
probably R&B.
Okay,
Probably R&B.
okay.
Yeah.
That's where the question derived from. Is like, what does she listen to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
you know what? It's because Afrobeats are great, but it's like a certain vibe. I
I
would say
agree.
reggae is honestly
I
more
personally
than
like
R&B.
I personally like reggae more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
More than
totally.
R&B, but R&B. And I'm glad because we didn't even think of this question. Monte did.
Yeah, he definitely
And
did.
Shout out to
he
Monte.
thought of the question, and so I'm glad he asked it, and I know why he asked it because I'm a straight R&B head.
Okay, yeah.
So, but now to add on to that question,
Okay.
Tevin Campbell
Uh-oh.
or Keith Sweat.
Uh-oh.
And if you don't know who they are, I'm gonna.
I
be
know
real-
who they are.
Okay.
I know who they are.
That's
But
why.
See,
but I'll say
that's
no.
why?
Don't give me too much credit because like I don't know complete like discographies at all. Between
Yeah,
them.
You've obviously heard the name Keith Sweat.
Yeah. of
You've
course.
obviously heard the name Tevin Campbell.
Yeah.
Can we talk?
No. That's what I'm saying. no. Can we talk for a minute?
She's crazy
Girl, I
for
want to
that.
know your
That-
name. Like, I get it. Tevin. That's who I will choose.
Got it.
I totally understand.
now we
I
gonna
feel
go
like
on
once
to-
that song comes on, it's like everybody
Now we gonna
is
go
in a choir,
low key.
right? Like it's like everyone's like everyone just like really steps up.
The conductor just went,
No,
and everybody starts singing.
and the DJ's like, and just lets them go. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's the
literally.
moment. Yeah, Tevin Campbell.
Okay. Now we're gonna go on the women's side.
Okay.
Two R&B women.
Two R&B women.
Twin, where have you been?
Let's see. So, let me think. Okay. So, Brandy
Okay,
or Monica?
Brandy's cute. Or who?
Brandy or Monica?
Ooh, the boy is mine.
No, I think for me again, just off of my own experience, Brandy for sure. Again, film.
I
again,
wanna be
music.
down.
Yeah, I wanna.
with
Well,
what you're going. Come on, no one can ever like when they play that at the rink.
Bro.
I have to be on the floor.
No, yeah.
And how many remixes came out with
Bro.
Like, it's
that?
that instrument alone.
Every
like,
remix I have, but it's the same bounce.
Yep.
No, Brandy's like just a cultural
Yeah.
relic.
Hey,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I can't.
Whoa.
Hey,
Cool name, by the way.
I appreciate it.
you know what I would hate though is to like be in famous mode and be called like, oh, you're just Brandy's brother.
Oh.
But how can you call him Brandy's brother?
In
I
the
feel
very
like
in
no,
the,
totally. But like how? I'm like it's also
not no more. Nowadays, like Ray J is Ray J.
Yeah,
you
he's
get what I'm
Ray J.
saying?
back
Yeah.
in the day.
But like when he was first coming up,
It was
I heard
Brandy's little brother.
there's a
That
song
was
that, I just
Brandy's
heard
little
from him
brother.
where he said that, and I thought that was so funny. Or someone said that.
did you see that he came out with a actual boy group
Oh, who?
called RSVP?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's such a business head. I literally have his earphones.
Oh, you
Ray-
do?
Raycon?
Raycon?
Yeah,
You know
'cause-
he don't own that no more, right?
Ah man.
He sold his shares to start his network.
No, and he ate like he really
He
he'd
ate
be like
with
this.
that. Yeah.
I didn't know. Any
He'd be
of
like
this.
with the glasses.
You don't know?
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
With the
Oh, you
beanies.
ain't seen that interview with him on the Breakfast Club where he tells the other dude he tells the dude to
Break
break
them?
the glasses and they actually
He
break
is-
and he's like, they didn't break.
No, he's like
No, I haven't
marketing.
seen it.
Like,
He's a marketing
he's
genius,
super
bro.
smart. Yeah.
Like I worked on
Gotta respect
I
that.
worked on one of the network the one of the networks he was a part of and I met him. He's insane, always on the go, but marketing genius, bro.
Yeah.
Like and I think
Sexy can
literally the most
Right.
corniest songs ever, but
You
They're
think? No,
hits.
that's my shit. Yeah. It's Young Jock.
Wait, who was on there?
Sexy.
who are we talking about?
No, who was that on that?
Sexy
track?
Can I?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Oh,
Young Berg?
I couldn't tell you right now.
But
I know
he's
it's one-
Hitmaker
It
now.
was one of them young.
Remember the dude Hitmaker?
Yeah, I know who that is.
But he used to be called like Young Berg or
Ooh, I'm so sorry. I don't know, guys.
I don't know if it's Young
I
Bird
don't
or
even
Young
remember
Blue.
Gucci on a fed up. So I let her kiss the prince, the boyfriend.
Yep.
She get missed him since.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Young Bird or Young Blue because they both like.
Both
really
of them
don't
are-
know. I don't
Yeah,
know
they,
either way.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, look, on that note, we're going to come right back. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff you need to do.
And
And we'll be right back, y'all.
What does it mean to live the culture? At Swarm Brand, it's more than style, it's a movement. Born from the streets, every piece we create reflects the energy, rhythm, and soul of street culture. Bold graphics, fresh designs, each one tells a story of self-expression and individuality. This is more than just clothing. It's a lifestyle fueled by hip-hop and street dance. So are you ready to embrace the streets? Swarm Brand. Join the movement.
Yo, welcome back. We appreciate y'all for being here this long. We are sitting here with the homie Gaia Speaks.
Yeah.
And we are having a great conversation. We've talked about Ray J, Brandy. We've talked about Monica. We've talked about
Latifah.
a bunch of different stuff. Mac Windows and why Vince needs to use a Mac. And we've talked about a bunch of different things. But this is the part of the episode where we get deep. We want to know how you handle breakthroughs, how you handle trials, how you handle tribulations, everything.
Yep.
Because we know social media gives off this vibe that like you got to put on a face. But after we take that face off, like I even tell people all the time, I'm like, even to host a podcast, like you have to be mentally there.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So like when we're at home, who are we? You know,
Yes.
when we're outside the camera, who are we?
Yes.
So that's what this part of the episode is. Go ahead, John. Start it off.
He mentioned outside the camera, so I'm gonna give you like a small little clip of how it is like outside the camera from a dancer's perspective, and I'm gonna ask you my question. So like, whenever we're creating in our culture and our movement, like we have like times where we doubt what we're creating, or like we lose motivation in like what we're trying to like speak on. So my question to you is, since you know you have a variety of ways of being creative, what would be like a creative block for you, like, and how would you handle that?
I always have creative blocks in different stuff.
Yeah.
So and I honor that. I always honor how I feel. So if I can't edit, I won't edit.
Okay.
Like if it's not coming like naturally, like I'm gonna give it a break.
Okay. I was gonna
maybe
ask,
go
like,
paint.
is it like you're not giving up on it? You're just like
Never, never.
giving it a break. Okay.
I don't think anyone should do the same thing all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you're a dancer, right, I think you can also get burnt out, right? So I think it's good to have other hobbies or actual whatever it is. Like it could be a job for you, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think other things to relax that part of your brain is good.
Yeah.
So thankfully I do a lot of stuff. So like if I don't want to do editing because I don't want to be in front of a computer, let me feel something like more fun and paint.
Yeah.
And go outside and, like I just kind of switch it, And if not that, I'm a very work hard, play hard person.
Okay.
So if I work hard, I deserve to have fun.
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, like if you make $1,000 a week, you got to pay yourself.
Yeah.
Before you pay anything else.
Invest, like have fun, get a nice lunch or something.
Yeah.
Like go to sushi for yourself.
Totally.
Like
Get some shoes.
I used to, before I met look at you.
I literally bought some shoes before I came here.
That's so
Said,
wild.
look, I got my spending
I got
in
my
today.
stuff.
I've been
But, like,
treating myself.
I used to tell people all the time, before I met my wife and before we had kids, before all of that, when I was single living by myself, I would have sushi and skate Sundays.
Dope.
I would Uber and do freelance work Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
And every Sunday I would clean my house. I would relax, spend time with my dog, and I would go to sushi in the afternoon. Come home, walk her, do what I got to do for the house again, and then go to roller skating.
Yeah.
And that would be every Sunday.
Yeah.
I think there was a point in time where I was posting every single Sunday on Instagram about my sushi. And just like I do my green juice now, I would do the sushi and skate Sunday every day.
Yeah. Wow.
Every Sunday.
And I think that's why you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah. It's the consistency, because I tell people all the time, I'm like, consistency breeds greatness.
Listen, so I was on her. Like I said, I scrolled through her stuff earlier.
Look, that question came back.
Man, say. No, that's a different question. But I really just want to like, cause I forgot what you said exactly, but it was speaking on like consistency, and that's what really got me like, okay, so yeah, now I'm really excited. Like, I hit the group chat. I was like, I'm so excited for this like podcast, because like,
wow,
I scrolled through your stuff and I just heard the word consistency, so that got me. But my question,
Yeah.
I also seen it. Was you really live for 24 hours?
I was live for 24
How
hours
was that?
straight.
Because I don't.
Thank you for asking that question. Yes.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna ask that. I was like, you have to.
Oh my
That's
God,
insane.
thank you.
How'd you pull that off? You talk about our setup. How'd you pull that off?
Did you have your phone charged like the whole time? Like,
No, Hey, look.
OBS.
OBS. Okay, look. When it comes to something of that caliber, do not play with that. Like, hire people.
Yeah.
I am not going to sit there and figure it out myself. I'm really not.
oh, okay.
So I had Mando. Shout out to JR Mando. He was like, I rented equipment from him.
Okay.
Because I wanted 2 camera angles. I wanted a mic.
Yeah. You
Oh,
wanna
okay.
do it
All
right.
that shit.
Yeah.
I wanted the vibes. I asked a lot of people for stuff. So like I asked, I'm gonna say everything. I asked Akasha for lights, for a vibe when it comes to nighttime. Glass House Productions was there. So this was all in my house, my apartment.
Yeah.
So the living room was the setup, and then the bedroom was the guest room. It was the guest room, yeah, but it was like the green room.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be
People
on
got
camera,
to chill.
people can chill. People are playing Uno in there and stuff.
That's
you know,
a whole
'cause it's
vibe.
a long
Yeah.
live stream. So
Yeah.
and people were able to stay the whole time if they wanted to. Like, or pop up whenever, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. We had Coco Jenkins show up at 3
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
morning.
Wow.
Tree. It was a legendary like thing, and I was even sleeping on there. One of the coolest things I've ever done. So shout out to JR Mando, Akasha, Glass House Productions, Artsy. People were like troubleshooting it for me. Like, understand, like I had people like,
Yeah.
and sometimes I didn't even tell them to, like,
They
but they
just
were
did
on
it.
They just did it,
standby,
yeah.
like, hey, your stream is down. Hey, we can't see you, we can't hear you, and I'm just like literally like, and that was one of the best things I've ever.
And when was this? Like, was it here recently?
The 27th, August 27th.
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So okay, look, the stream for some reason did not upload as a stream, but thank God we have the file.
Amen.
So I'm just figuring out how to, because it's too long, 22 hours.
yeah.
It's 23 hours roughly.
That's still like.
And I have to figure out how to post it because 23 hours is too
Yeah.
long for YouTube. I might just cut it in half. Anyway, but it's gonna come up, and y'all
Amen.
can see it,
Yeah.
man. A lot of
Let's
legends
go.
came through. People were dance battling,
Wow.
bro, at the crib.
That's
I was
tight.
painting at the same time. Like, people were freestyle. I was freestyled. Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
was
drop that so I can
freestyling.
see it.
I don't think it was shit. It was the first time I ever freestyled in front of somebody. And I don't know why I did it in front of live stream, but I was like, fuck it. Yeah, it was like the best thing. I got gifts during it. It was
Amen.
crazy. Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
dope. That's dope.
That's tight.
Now, you grew up out here. You born here. You started your creative journey here.
Yes.
You obviously know that there's some ins and outs to Vegas. There's some politicking going on. There's all types of things that happen.
Okay.
To not lose the essence of culture, but still grow in a way, what does the creative scene need?
So, the creative scene needs to support those that have the best intentions and the ones who can do it, So I think, everyone plays a part, whether you just come to just support
Yeah.
an event,
Yep.
the people running the event, the people who promote it, whatever. Everyone runs a role, but it's important to remember that we must show up. The ego has to go.
Yeah.
I feel like that is something that just like people kind of, it's normal. I understand that, but I think sometimes like not just ego, but just other things come up, right? And the intention goes away. So we have to just invest in people that have good intentions, go where we feel celebrated. I think those people will always give back to the community. So for example, like Nothing to Do Vegas, I'll always rep them.
Yeah.
Because like when I first started, they were like one of the first ones to be like, hey, can we do an interview with you? And since then, like we're still helping each other all the time. And they're big. They've been out for a while. So, as long as I help them, like they're going to continue to, pour back into the community. Going on podcasts, you know what I mean? Even this,
Yeah.
like you're also putting in back to the community, right? In different ways so we have to support you, honestly, because you're putting a lot of other people on.
Yeah.
And like, that's what's really going to keep like a economy rather than like, okay, we're just going to show up just to be cool, just to get this out of it. It's like, well, let's also like everyone who's feeding back into the community, whether it's interviews or promotion, or it could be anything really, but we just have to support for sure.
Yeah. What I heard you say was really defined for me was everybody plays a part.
Yes.
And I think, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you said the people that do it right, or something of the sort you said.
Yes.
And that hit me hard because there's so many people. I tell people all the time, I posted this on Facebook like probably a couple of weeks ago. There's a difference between an employee, self-employed, and an entrepreneur. There's three different levels.
Yep.
W-2, 1099, business owner. And I had to realize that stepping into the industry that I'm stepping into and the people that I'm around, because I was calling myself a business owner when in reality, I was a freelancer for 10 years. That's all I was a freelancer. I can understand your 1099, you run everything through your social, you have a LLC. That's cool. You own a business. But being an entrepreneur is a whole different ballgame. The guy you met downstairs, multiple businesses.
Yeah.
You know, like the people I'm around, like they talk about profit margins. They talk about equity and assets. They talk about, there's a whole different conversation in the game. And I feel like the ego comes into play where it's, I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
Well, are you really? Or are you a freelancer that has dreams and aspirations? And I feel like as people, we need to be honest with ourselves. First and foremost with ourselves of where we're at. Like you said, you're honest with yourself when you edit. If you don't feel it, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people fake the funk because of the social media era, because of all that. And I feel like being honest with ourselves is going to first and foremost help us support correctly without biasness. And it's going to help us invest back into our community too.
Yeah.
So just to piggyback off of what you were saying.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people get it mixed up and people have opinions, people have politics, people have, oh, well, this person did me dirty, this person did me dirty. When we really look at all in all, Vegas as a community, we're getting hit with a lot of commotion. Like a lot of people are moving out here. There's sports. There's all types of things happening.
Yeah.
If we don't take advantage of it now within our downtown and our cultural community, somebody's going to come in and somebody's going to take over.
Yeah.
They do it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why I asked that question, because I want to make sure that I connect with people and I help people that are, like you said, have good intentions, want to grow.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to help each other. Like, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
I got somebody on the camera. I got somebody on filming content. I got somebody doing engineering.
Yeah.
You realize that we need each other.
We do.
That's really all it is. My bad. I went on a tangent.
No. I want to say, no, you were spitting.
Hey, I was learning too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I think also a big one is staying positive.
Yes.
I think, so I'm actually doing a short film.
Okay.
It's going to come out for that Desert Muse award ceremony that I'm going to do. I'll say the name.
When is that?
The 22nd Sunday.
Okay.
September.
I'm sending out all invites.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Okay.
will send this.
100%.
We already talked about this.
Okay. Cool.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing a short film, and I'm calling it Au Naturel, and it's going to be about Vegas culture.
Amen.
I think people have perspectives on Vegas. Like, I respect either, but some people are very negative or very positive. That's one thing I've learned. I think everything is an opportunity, and I think every city has its thing.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Vegas is that it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say support, like, let's say the right people too, that is very subjective. That is in your group and your, you know, like, I'm not saying don't do this, but I think the people who have the right idea about Vegas and they're like, Vegas is an opportunity with all the commotion coming in.
Yeah.
Or they're like, there's too much commotion and it's changing. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's like the consequence of
commotion.
Evolving.
Yeah, evolving. Yeah.
You know, when you evolve, a lot of more shit comes.
Yeah.
And we just have to adjust to it, you know? And the people that can adjust will be the ones that really can cement the culture. That's what I think.
And that's true, because in reality, business in general, you have to learn how to adjust.
Yes, in life, like, you should
literally,
adjust,
you could wake up and wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and then immediately you have to make a choice. Man. Okay, I'm either going to be upset all day, or I'm going to change my perspective and do something about it, and move forward.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my son yesterday because I love him to death, but he's tripping.
Uh-oh.
But so I had to have that conversation as a dad, right? And when I was having the conversation, I told him, I said, you have a choice every day when you wake up. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you can get back up.
Yeah.
Like you as a child, even 9 years old, can wake up in a bad mood. You can wake up and your sister's in your room messing with something and you all of a sudden in a bad mood. And you have a choice right now to either make this right and just move on, or you can dwell in it and sulk and moan and complain. And that's where a lot of creatives get mixed up.
Yeah.
We'll have an event and one thing will happen. And instead of changing our perspective,
events.
another thing happens.
Events
Another
throw
thing
you-
happens.
Yeah.
Literally loop after loop after loop. And it's like we have to, as creatives and as humans and as business people, we have to learn to adjust.
Yeah.
The faster you can adjust, the faster you can grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I want to
dang.
say this too.
Go ahead.
There is nothing true except the present. And what
Bars.
Let's go into it. Let's get into it. I thought about this the other day. So you can always change the narrative. You can describe yourself as, let's say, just to be like this, a loser until one day you aren't, and then you aren't anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a loser, like, you know, but maybe there was a up until a
time
certain
frame,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can always change the narrative. So let's say, like, you know, when it comes to school, when it comes to your craft, the dancer, anything, you could be something bad right now, but give it a few years of like real
hard work, yep.
grinding. You could be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
So there's nothing true. So if you say maybe one day like, oh, like this day sucks, but that's why I love tomorrow, man. Glorilla,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
Glorilla. That's why I
Literally.
love tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love that line so much. That is an affirmation because at the end of the day, today is today, blah, okay. But I hope that tomorrow you have a different perspective.
Yep.
And you're like, actually, like, let me kill. That happened to me low key. Like, sometimes when, just to piggyback off of a while ago,
Yeah.
I lose motivation and I have to figure out how to reach into my soul and find like a cockiness.
Yeah.
And just be like, I am her. Like,
Yeah.
when have I ever not shown up?
Yeah.
And I have to start just
Yeah.
doing all that because I'm like, nah, like, I gotta change that. Like, oh, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck am I talking about, bro?
Yeah.
You did this. You did that. And like, that's why I do so much too. Because I
Yeah.
need that like constant reassurance, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like,
Yeah.
you can do
Hey.
it. You're more than capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that is literally you just realizing who the hell you are.
Every day.
Like you have
Every
to wake up
day.
and realize, like look in the mirror and be like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
that dude.
That's
Stop
me.
making it so small and
Yeah.
being like, oh, nah, like you've always
what,
shown
what
up.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, let's take this logistically, right?
Whoa.
I have 3,000 followers on Instagram.
Come on.
Imagine if I had 3,000 people in here.
Oh.
Nah, I'm
When you
out.
really take that logistically, you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like we don't really
Every
think
follower
about
is
that.
important. Yes,
Exactly.
every person's
and
important.
what people, I heard one of my mentors, he said, every view is a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when we really break that down,
Yeah.
even 100, even 50,
Yes.
you get what I'm saying? Like
Be
that's
grateful.
crazy that 50 people watch my thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Amen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We made
So
it.
Always be grateful.
always,
Always be grateful.
Always.
So, because I'm new, like I said, I'm new here, whatever. So I really am excited for this question.
Okay.
What is it outside of what we see on Instagram and of course what we're hearing from you right now? Like, what is something that no one knows about you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that is that right?
Yeah.
Nobody realizes. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a fact that nobody knows about you? Like,
That nobody knows from me?
Yeah, like there's stuff in your life that you just people don't like. You didn't know that Swarm stood for Soldier with a Ready Mind.
yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Something about you that you might want people to know that people don't know.
I don't know. I feels like I'm like in school. I'm in front of the class and I'm like, oh man. I don't know. I can say a few things.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm 6'2". No, I'm just fucking with
I was like,
Are you serious?
No, not even close, bro.
Hold on.
I was like, wait, when she walked
I just
in,
look short in person. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
we was right here.
I had to
My-
ask myself because I was standing next to her and I was like,
I'm
Yeah, I
just
had
playing.
to-
Nah. I'm just playing. My name isn't Gaia.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. I need to know now. What
sit
what is going on?
My real name is Giovanna. That's why I said
okay.
I went by Gio before.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's like the Gaia Speaks is a business. It's a sole proprietorship that I started a few years
Okay.
ago. It was a business before my name came.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And see, that's the funny part. Like, names are so funny because
Yes.
everybody knows me as mafioso.
Yeah.
But when they see my government, they're like Jaquez.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows how to pronounce it.
Period.
Yeah, literally, like no one knows how to pronounce it, and that's so dope.
Yeah.
I just say Jack.
Yeah.
leave it at
Everybody.
that.
Well, that's what, because you know me for 15 years.
Yeah, I just say
Everybody that's known me forever. When I was in high school and when I was coming up in the Crump game, I was Jack because no one knew how to pronounce Jaquez.
Yeah.
When I met my wife, my current wife, she asked me on Instagram. She was like, "What's your government name?"
Oh my god,
Because
that's
she knew
so
me
funny.
as mafioso.
Yeah.
And I was like, "When I see you, I'll tell you if you could pronounce it. We'll have
Yeah.
a good start."
Okay.
And she was
okay,
and so
Riz.
I voice
Okay.
literally I voice messaged her it. No, I sent it to her and she voice messaged me back and pronounced it perfectly.
Yeah.
And before we went on a date, she pronounced it perfectly in a voice message. I was
keeper.
like, "Oh, okay."
he went and bought her.
For
He
sure.
bought a ring.
It
Locked in.
literally.
He locked in.
We locked in.
Yeah,
But now we're coming to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But I want you're 24 years old, but you act like you're over 30 because you're smart and like driven, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my glasses.
What do you get? What did two things? This is a 2-part question because we're gonna end right after this.
Yes.
What creative advice or just advice in general do
Great
you give somebody trying to step in the creative industry in Vegas? And lastly, tell us what you got coming up and where they can find you.
Cool. Got you. If you are a creative, if you're anybody, just know that it's okay to be yourself. That's your path. So it may feel weird in the beginning, but trust yourself. Completely trust yourself. If you want to wear that and it's weird and everyone says it's weird, but you kind of like it, just wear that. It's going to come in handy later. It's going to be cool later.
Yeah.
You are speaking right now.
Yeah.
Man, because look, everyone told me the locks stay in like the locks. Okay. They popping, I love my
They
locks.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Man, the clothes, they're a little boyish. We lit though, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you won't know, like you hit that mug. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, how many? I did that.
Yeah, you did that. Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
For sure.
I got the ludicrous big shoes on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I was
Stand
gonna
up. Man. Okay. What do I have coming up? So I'm planning on 2 big events, and that's it for the year.
Okay.
So this month, September 22nd, Desert Muse Award Ceremony. We have 11 nominations for best creatives across different industries. We have best dance crew, best event, most influential creative, best DJ, more. And I will be having a short film premiere at the Desert Muse Award Ceremony. So come to that. Yeah. And then I'm also going to be at Glass House Productions on the 30th of September.
Okay.
That is like an industry launch party for Glass House Productions. They're kind of like, they do a lot of different creative realms, but super cool. I've been working with them on their team. So I'll be doing that on the 30th. I'll have, my art gallery is Earthbound
Okay.
Art Gallery. Just started that after the live stream. It was
Okay.
birthed. I'll have a piece, a really big piece, at the Glass House Productions.
Let's go.
That will be really cool. And then in the future, I am a painter. I'm a video editor, content creator, impactor. And I interview, I host events, I do all types of stuff. So, and if it's not that, I want to help y'all with the Vegas Creative Network. I want to help you guys find whatever you need, whatever tools, skills, people, places, whatever. Just let me know.
Man, y'all better tap in. Y'all
Tap in.
Literally.
I care a lot. And I'm not doing this for anybody except y'all. So tap into that. I got YouTube on it, the Vegas Creative Network, Instagram, the Vegas Creative Network, Gaia Speak as me, as an artist, as a person. I try to post every day. Yeah. So join the journey and support as much as you can, not just me, but the people that I'm trying to support too.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yo, so this has been another episode of the Hive Hustle. We appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for tuning in. This is the first episode of the new setup with the 3 cameras, which we had one before, but it wasn't as clean as this one. We got all the bells and whistles. I'm pretty sure Gio was doing the sounds and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
Behind
look,
the scenes.
tune into the next one. We'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Hive Hustle podcast. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Also, follow our partner Swarm Branding. We'll see y'all next time.